Armenian Philatelic Association was created in 1997 by few dedicated stamp collectors who mostly collected Armenian stamps. So several years later, we joined our American Topical Association as Armenica Study Unit, and we are trying to promote Armenian philately all over the United States. And in our organization, we have members from France, from Australia, from Armenia, and of course, most of them comes from the United States. So we have a semi-annual publication which is called ARPA Journal, and the last one was, doesn't matter which one. So one of the magazines, if you could look at it, on the front page it will show Armenian costumes on stamps, and on the back side you will see Armenian alphabet on stamps, which we had the presentation yesterday during the Armenica Study Unit, when we spoke about Armenian alphabet and its enigma, because it has so many interesting mysteries behind the alphabet itself.
We do not only Armenian stamps and FDCs. We do a lot of different things that they are Armenian related. For example, one of our members was showing some of the joint issues. One of the most famous joint issues is William Saroyan, the United States 29-cent stamps. That was a joint issue with US and back then USSR for the Armenian author from Fresno, California, William Saroyan. So we do work on and research Armenian-related topics globally, and that's what part of the ARPA or Armenian Philatelic is. So
and to add to what Marina was telling, let me show you one of the small pages that one of our members created. That's all the joint issue that Armenia had with different countries, starting from Romania, Russia, Argentina, Bulgaria, Iran. So there were lots of joint issues that were made. One of the topics that we usually do is, for example, we're looking for people of Armenian descent who lives in different countries. So there is an interesting gentleman from Ethiopia, Alexander Skunder Bogosian, who is a very notable artist both in Ethiopia and when he moved to the United States. Even one of the departments of the Art Institute is called after him. I started collecting when I was 10, and then around when I was 16, I said no more stamps, and I gifted all my stock books to different people. So when Armenia gained independence in 1991, I saw the first stamps of Armenia, which are depicted right here. See these ones? So it just boosted my interest back to stamps. So I usually say that philately is a disease and you can't be cured of it.
I started with my dad. He was the collector and I was like the assistant, making sure everything is in a proper order and everything. And then, of course, when Armenia started doing stamps, I started collecting that. I personally collect US stamps. I do have Armenia, and because Armenia is a relatively new country since '92, it's probably one of the only countries that I do have FDCs and maxi cards, and I do have topics. So it's a balancing act. What do you pick? What do you collect? my stuff is a lot of them are contemporary. The classic ones are difficult to find and costly. So for me, Armenia was the perfect thing that I could have from day one, have everything from 92 to current, and then I can kind of branch out and do some other stamps and topics.
And Karina is my wife, and she never collected before anything until getting married to me. And
and I started collecting 3 years ago, and
don't look at me.
and I collect all about snakes because I was born year of snake. So I like it. It's so
I
funny.
call her Lady Snake.
My nick Lady Snake.
Two of our members exhibited. Greg Balajian, he exhibited 2 exhibits on lions, and I exhibited 2. One was Armenian scented paper, and the Pre-Christian Armenia from origins to acceptance of Christianity. So Greg and I equally got gold medals on 2 of the exhibits, and 2 other exhibits received larger